This story happened when I was living with my ex-boyfriend a few years back. I don't really know how to phrase it or how to begin it, but I know how it ends. He's in jail serving a life without parole. It was just like any other Tuesday night for us. We both finished school and decided to unwind on the sofa, mentally preparing for another week which we had barely tackled. We were extremely close and always had a healthy relationship. It got to a point where our friends were jealous of our bond, while being in relationships themselves. I usually felt sheepish when they said this, which was further emphasised by when we would go around for dinner, and half of the night was filled with screaming and anger. I was still a full-time college student at this point, while my boyfriend was working part-time, just to try and make ends meet, as we were already broke enough, barely being able to afford to keep the lights on and off at our leisure. We were watching a horror movie, when he suddenly started talking to me. "Why do you never appreciate all the work I do? Do I need to do more?" I was stunned by this. He was always so caring and kind, and would never say this manipulative type of sentence. I thought he must be stressed from overworking, and I tried to calm him down, but he continued to scream and shout, gradually raising his voice and throwing objects at the wall, including our first picture of us together, which split and smashed. I was mortified by this, but he didn't care. His eyes were filled with anger, and I thought steam was visible coming out of his ears. He then rushed to our room, grabbed a suitcase, and packed his stuff. He was a man possessed, and I couldn't understand it. He said one last thing before he left. "I'll come back soon and explain it, but for now it's over." That night, I couldn't sleep, despite being exhausted from trying to rebuild the home he left. Looking back, I was lucky he didn't force me into leaving, due to the fact he paid for this house. I was up all night, thinking about that last sentence he said. Would he actually come back and explain calmly? Or would he just go back into his frenzy again? Eventually, I did fall asleep, but not before spending 3 worthless hours pondering. I spoke to my friend, we'll call her Robin, about this. As she had known me for a long time, she was good at deciphering my emotions, and could tell I needed to be made happier. So she volunteered to stay at my house for a few days, just until I got back on my feet. I agreed, but was skeptical, especially as I got a message from my ex-boyfriend saying the date he would come back. The date arrived. It was Robin's 3rd day with me, and I definitely needed it. I finally felt at ease with her. It was getting late, about 10 PM, and so I decided to start getting ready to go to sleep. We had just finished watching a comedy after a fantastic day doing things just for myself, so I was smiling uncontrollably while we were chatting on my bed. Robin saw and said she had to take a photo of me, as it was the first time she'd seen me like this in a while. She took it, and I realised I forgot my phone, which I left downstairs. On my way down, Robin insisted on letting me see the photo, so I obliged. On first glance, it may look normal, but until I looked closer did I see the pair of eyes underneath my bed, staring directly into the camera. A chill ran down my spine when I saw this, because it meant someone, or something, was in my house with us. I rushed up the stairs to my bedroom, where, waiting for me, was my ex. He had a crooked grin on his face, wide red eyes, and holding something behind his back. It was a knife. He whispered, "Let's talk," and then lunged at me. I dodged, and Robin was able to intervene, smashing a glass picture onto his head to render him unconscious. We called the police, and he was arrested. The police later informed us of notes on his phone, which gave an eerily specific plan to kidnap and murder me, including anyone who got in his way. So, that's my story. I'm not sure if sharing this is the best thing I could have done, but the ending is the main thing that matters. He's in jail, serving a life without parole.